Hello, Sanbonani. My name is Lungsan Hlongwa, and today I'm sharing another idea from the book by Robert Greene called The Laws of Human Nature. Robert Greene being the man that gave us the 48 Laws of Power, the modern day Machiavelli, the Mike Tyson of writers, the baddest man on the planet, if you ask me. And this is the third chapter in the book, and it's titled Transform Self Love into Empathy, the Law of Narcissism. And I don't usually do this, but for this specific sort of rule or law, I'm going to read like the entirety of the first paragraph that he writes in this book, because I think it's so concisely and so comprehensively describes what the chapter is about. Right? So this is what he says. We all naturally possess the most remarkable tool for connecting to people and attaining social power: empathy. When cultivated and properly used, it can allow us to see into the moods and minds of others, giving us the power to anticipate people's actions and gently lower their resistance. This instrument, however, is blunted by our habitual absorption. We are all narcissists, some deeper on the spectrum than others. Our mission in life is to come to terms with this self love and learn how to turn our sensitivity outward toward others instead of inward. We must recognize at the same time the toxic narcissists among us before getting enmeshed in their dramas and poisoned by their envy. So this is an incredible chapter, and it basically speaks about the importance and the power of empathy. I think that's the gist of it. It's to describe empathy as a superpower. You know, when you're able to empathize with people and able to listen to other people and immerse yourself in other people's perspectives, then you are basically unbeatable. You have the ability to operate and express yourself and succeed in the social realm, and there's basically nothing that can stop you when you have that ability to sort of be an empathetic person. Right, he goes on in this chapter and speaks about the different types of narcissists, and how to spot them and how to sort of respond to them. And the first thing that he sort of describes as, how to go about sort of dealing with this phenomenon. Again, the first step is always just to understand the phenomenon, to understand narcissism, and also then to sort of acknowledge the narcissist that each and every single one of us are. Again, there's different levels to it. There's different sort of depths, or levels on the sort of spectrum, but at the end of the day, we're all narcissists to some extent. And I think you can prove that. I think it's pretty easy to prove that, actually, because you think of ourselves whenever we take a group picture. Whenever we take a group picture and we look at the picture after it's been taken, like for all of us, who is the first person that you look for in the group picture? And the answer, for me personally, I hate to say it, but the truth and the reality of it is that it's usually me. But why? Why does that matter? Why are we the first people that we look for in the picture? Because the picture was not about you. The picture was not a picture of you. It was a picture of the group. But for some reason, there's an element of narcissism that exists in all of us, and it's not entirely all bad, because he sort of speaks about how you can sort of transform yourself from an unhealthy narcissist to a healthy narcissist who's able to sort of get into other people's words, able to sort of assess people, and describes the phenomenon or the idea of transforming yourself into a healthy narcissist in a way that I'm not honestly able to describe. If I were to do so, I think I'd do an injustice to the work that he does, in the book. He tells the story of Joseph Stalin, how Stalin was so incredibly persuasive, so incredibly charming at the beginning, but later on, of course, in the Russian Revolution, he became and was clearly a tyrant. Remember, Joseph Stalin is the guy that sort of inspired, or that is represented in animal form by Napoleon, the pig Napoleon, turned incredibly vicious and violent and vile at the end. And of course, that was fueled by narcissism. Yeah, so I think the main thing though, when you look at the chapter and the sort of lesson that it sort of embodies, is the idea that you can transform your self-love, your sort of elements of narcissism, into a positive thing. You can learn and listen. I think that's the principal thing, right? Is to listen to other people, to immerse yourself into other people's sort of lives and stories. And empathy is an absolute superpower.